Hi and welcome to another video, and today we're going to do something a little bit special. We're going to be building the mouse for Noted. This is his custom Ultralight 2 wireless. I'm going to be using the mod from Zorcirus here. I'll put a link in the description to his Etsy page. If you want to buy this base, you can do. He also makes them for you as well. If you're not familiar with how to take apart the G305, I'll put a link in the description for a full teardown because I've sped this up, and we're going to require the top shell of a Ultralight 2. Now, if you're not familiar with my channel, I'll give you the data and statistics to allow you to get advantage over your rival gamers. I also do a lot of mice mods here. This is definitely the place you want to be. So we can use lighter fluid to take these skates off. I don't reuse them, but this is a good option for you if you want to do that going forward. It stops you damaging the skates, or most of the time anyway. We're going to be trimming out some of the Ultralight 2 shell. This is what the shell looks like on the Ultralight 2. And this is the base 3D printed using Zorcirus' mod. You're going to have to trim out some of this shell. Now, I found that I've trimmed out quite a lot on this shell, so it probably won't work back on the default base. So this, to me, is going to be a permanent mod. This is to make it fit the G305. This will be fully rechargeable at the end of this as well. You'll see there's a lot of work involved in getting the switches right, trying to get the right feel for pre and post travel. Notice also picked the Hawano blue shell white dot switches. I did a video on which are the best switches, and these are the ones that he's picked. This is his personal preference. If you've not seen that video, go and check it out. I've also done one for Khalith, and I'll have one out for Omron and some other switches as well. So he switched out the mains here. The side ones are going to remain these stock G305s, which are now using Khalith with these red shell black dots. I'll be using blue tack just to get the fit right, and then I'll switch it out for tape once I've understood the fit, because it takes, let's say, a little bit of work. If you want to see what Noted thinks about this, go and check out his channel. I'll ask him and he'll tell you what he thinks and how it helps him. He uses the Ultralight 2 wired, and now he wanted a wireless one, so this is what it's got. Obviously it's got a G305 sensor, but it's an Ultralight 2 shell, which is now wireless. As you can see, there's quite a bit of work on the switches. We're continuously trying to make them fit. I finally found the fit, so now I've trimmed down some tape so I can stick them down properly. You could glue it here, but glue adds a little bit more of a spacer. Makes it difficult to get the leveling right, so I use the tape. It's a little bit more accurate. Once they're inside the shell and trapped, they won't be moving anywhere anyway. And this M3 tape is ridiculously strong. So now I've got the switches aligned. What we haven't done on this one is a scroll wheel upgrade. We did that on the G Pro Superlight Wireless for latency. I'll put links in the video for that one if you've not seen it. That's got some more crazy mods and certainly worth checking out. Now I'm just checking out the switches, scroll wheel, seeing if it all fits. Now I've been tweaking them, just making sure this fits right. It is a little bit awkward to get right. Also, the shell continuously needs some trimming to get it to fit right as well. Every time you add some new parts like the battery, which we'll do in a bit, it adjusts the height and bits that are catching inside. This mod could do with fitting a little bit nicer at the front of the shell, but at the end of the day it gets the job done. I've fed some information back here to Zorcirus to help him try and mod this base plate, and I'll continue to share that information with him so he can improve this for the people when he sells them to them. So just checking here pre and post travel, feels nice. What I've noticed is the scroll wheel is catching on the front, so we're going to have to file that down. Retest it, all feels good now. Switches are working, scroll wheel is free moving. Now we're going to mod the battery. What I do is file down the top here to the solder sticks. We're going to use the power JST connection from the G305, and then we're going to use a magnetic USB micro connector so you can charge it from the base. G305 is not meant to be rechargeable, but this one will be. The batteries on these last amazing amount of time. The 305 sensor is crazy efficient, and you'll generally get a few weeks out of it, if not a few months. Apologies for my camera focus. So now we've done that, we're going to look at the side switches. These were feeling a little bit strange when I was testing it, so I'm just checking to see what they're catching on. These mods take continuous amount of adjustments, they're not easy to do. If you're ever trying to adapt and get it to fit right, each one's always different. And you can see here the side buttons are catching on the top of the shell. Again, I use blue tack to get the position right before I glue it. Once you've glued it, obviously it's a bit more tricky to move around. Add a bit of glue down. Now we know where the position is, fix the switches in place, stop them moving around, also stop any pressure because the back plate here on this PCB is a little bit weak. You can get a little bit of mushiness, so trying to compensate for that with some additional glue. Try and hold it together a little bit. This is what it looks like when it's finished. Back to checking the fit again. You can see it's a lot lower now against the side switches. Now they're in the right position. So now the main battery, the AAA USB charging one. I'll put links to all the parts that I've used as well in my description, as well as in the videos. And again, just checking where the position is. And now I'm just going to glue this battery directly to the PCB. There is a little container that holds it, but that won't fit. It catches on the back of the Ultralight 2 shell, so I'll have to glue it directly to the PCB. That won't be going anywhere though. Balance wise, it'll offset against the side switches. So now we're happy with all the switches. That's it complete. We've got to put the feet on it. It's going to be a Hyperglide Z1 set. These are the Zowie feet. These ones I like. You give it a nice glide. You can see how it charges on the bottom of the base. Obviously you can't use it while it's charging. That's the only downside. And that's Noted's Ultralight 2 complete. Like I say, if you want to see what he thinks of it, give him a shout on his channel. It's Noted. Plays a lot of Valorant. I'm sure you know that. He's very good. Go and see what he thinks of it, because he uses the Ultralight 2 as his main. Now he's just got a wireless one. So thanks for watching. Catch you later. See you soon. Bye bye.